Hey tubers, Bart coming at you with pretty sweet smorgasbord of a mail day. First and foremost, a little moment of silence for my Nationals. They're now deceased as since my last video they traded everybody away. So we'll see. A couple of guys that I picked up random cards like half-ass prospecting are now in the big show, so we'll see. But gonna miss Max Scherzer, gonna miss Trey Turner. A couple other guys were, you know, they'd been around a couple years, so you build some rapport with them a little bit, right? And then Schwarber was cranking home runs left and right, so that was nice to see. So yeah, you just hope some people grow this year, because we ain't winning nothing, that's for sure. But a shout out to all those folks who went to the National. I didn't make it. Next year, all in. Let's do this. But it was cool to see everybody's content and everything like that. Dig it. I'm glad people take the time to share. And especially there's some folks out there that who I really, you know, I dig the way they go about things, and I know they are the types of people that would go to those things and not really want to share too much just because they're living in the moment, but they still take those times and efforts to do a little bit and post some stuff, which is cool. So yeah, real jealous from that. We do have a show coming up here in Tampa the 3rd through the 5th in September. So hopefully I can make that work out. Mr. Fisherbike and Lou Rock TV already said they're getting after it there, so hope to see them or carpool with them on the way down there or something like that, because they're both closer to me than they are to the show. So that'd be cool, because I haven't really met up with those fellas yet, and hopefully we meet some new people. But I'm glad that I've already went to one show here in Tampa, so to in short order have multiple shows, that is pretty cool. But got a bunch of stuff to show. First and foremost, got a little care package in, and I was ripping packages open with the quickness, and so I didn't realize that this wasn't something I bought until I saw the note and everything. So I got the little 2 packages, but I didn't open them up all the way to see what else is left. But loving the 75th anniversary patch. I have all of the year patches, which is 40, 50, 60, 70, and now 75 for the Niners, so that's pretty sweet. But shout out to big TSF 49ers Mike Thomas, always hooking me up. Right on top here is a awesome card, Beam Team Sir Charles. Sir Charles and the Sons was my guy back in the day, for sure. Got 2 Trey Lance. I think these are probably my first 2 Trey Lance cards, to be honest with you. We got, I was going to say, like, who made this, but obviously it's Panini something, right? So Panini Legacy, Under the Lights. What's up, buddy?
You said after we get in the bed,
Okay.
you're going to tuck us in again.
All right. Well, you keep getting out of bed. How many times am I going to tuck you in? Say hi to everybody. All right. Go back to bed and I'll tuck you in, all right? I'm coming in a couple minutes. Let's see. Here's another Trey Lance Legacy. That was one of my twins, one of the younger ones, Daniel. I like this one a lot. This is a Panini Instant All-Pro Fred Warner. We got the NFC Championship one, Fred Warner from Panini Instant as well. And then here's a GOAT out of 1000. Donruss Preferred QBC from 2000. Insert set is called National Treasures. And it's numbered out of 1000. Love anything with Jerry Rice and an American flag, that's for dang sure, right? So thanks, Mike. Much appreciated, good sir. I need to hit you back with some here soon. So let's see, I got some random pickups. I'll talk through some of it. Picked this up just because it was a beautiful damn card. This one's called Diamond something or other. But from Prestige Extra Points, Fred Warner. Luis Garcia, who's getting a ton more playing time now. Batting average is still in the dumps, but he's hitting some homers, so that's good. Big old gash and a corner up here, so I got okey-doked a little bit on that one, but it was super cheap too. This was a 2-card lot. Obviously, I didn't need 2, but just a phenomenal looking card. I don't know, get the right. There we go. From Phoenix. Don't ask me what that variation is called, but it's cool looking. 65 Redux, Topps Chrome. Beautiful card, perfectly centered. This thing is a monster, so we'll see if prices ever get to a point where I could send a card purely PC like that with no return on value. I have to convince myself of that one. Here's another beauty. Luis Garcia, rookie. And then here's the plain one, I guess. And then, all right, so those are all the rest are slabs is where I'm trying to go with this. So if you've seen the videos for a while, I sold 1,200 slabs February, March. No regrets. What now looks like I sold them at the absolute height of the market. I mean, there's cards that I look up the values now, and I got twice as much as what they're going for now. And these are big cards, so when I'm talking twice as much, significantly more. But obviously, I liked a lot of those cards too. But it was worth it. I was able to, with those sales, put 20,000, 20, not 20,000, bigger than that, 20% down on the house I'm currently living in with a pool and everything else here in Tampa. So paid off a car and all kinds of good stuff. So for the win for that. So the community or the hobby gives its returns if you put the time in. And I've been doing this for a couple years, so it worked out. I still obviously retained a bunch and I'm still collecting, but where I'm going with this is I wanted some of those cards still, so I have restarted my journey of collecting certain cards, and I'm picking up the cards, some of the cards that I used to own again. Many of them, especially if they just skyrocketed through this and they even still haven't come back down to earth, I'm not going to get in the grades that I had. You know, I'm not going to get an 82 Lawrence Taylor in a 10 anymore, because I don't know what it's going for now. I sold it for, well, probably like $5 grand or $6 grand or something ridiculous in it now. But even if it's in the thousands, I'm not buying that 10 anymore, right? Stuff like that. You know, I'm not going to get a Peyton PSA 9 rookie, but I'm gonna find a nice centered one at some point at some grade that I'm happy with, proud with, or whatever. But there are some that I'm picking up in the same grades if I can and if I like the card enough. So let's get into that. I really liked, obviously, certain pictures, especially of this era, because obviously I grew up in it, but also 3,000 strikeout kind of set I was big into, and I want it back. So I got the Randy Johnson gem. More to go along with that. I picked up the Pedro. These are coming back down there, are right at good price points. So if you guys don't have these, you're getting into a good spot. Picked up the CC Sabathia as well. What I would say though is most buy it now listings, the sellers have not come to grips with what the current prices are. And obviously many times, you know, you list that thing and put a bin price on it and you just leave it there in eBay till it sells sometimes. Well, if they listed that thing 3 months ago at the height, like the prices, the listing point was more reasonable when they put it, but some of the stuff is just astronomical. So auctions have basically almost been the only way to go. I've gotten lucky a couple of times where somebody sent an email saying, hey, here's a discount from the seller or something through eBay, which I dig those. But pretty much the auctions are the way to go. But thankfully I sold so many cards off of sets and things that I liked. I can always find a little something I want to pick up. Here's one. I'm a little mad at myself for going after a 7. I was just scrolling fast and put in a random bid. I won the bid, obviously, but probably should have gone with an 8 on the James Lofton from 79, but happy with that. And some I'm getting off of 4 Sharp Corners. They're doing well, and I'm digging it. So I had a 10, but got the 9 of the Singletary here. Great centered, and obviously get a new label. And what I will say for my Football Hall of Fame rookie cards, when I started it several years ago, because I got up to 90% complete on the entire Hall of Fame set and everything, I was buying the grades, not the cards a lot of times. I wasn't really paying attention to centerings and stuff like that. So I am able to be a little bit more focused, a little bit more mature of the card itself that I'm going for, and getting nicer versions. And so I'm getting tons of 9s, just like this one, that look just as good as the 10s. So I got a Seau there. Got the Cortez Kennedy and a 9. Red Favre and a 9. Got a sweet deal on this Robin Yount. I couldn't believe it. It was one of those, hey, I hear the sellers offered a discount. One, they offered it to everybody. It was just through the eBay app. And I was like, are you serious? Okay. Pull the trigger on that. So Robin Yount, 7. Here's a couple more 4 sharp corners ones. Got the Kevin Green, 10. Marcus Allen. I had this one in a 9 before as well. Never did pick that up in a 10, even when they were cheaper. Got the Dermontti Dawson in a 10. And so a lot of these, I was like, well, if I can get them in a 10 now, let's do that. Set the tone for rebuilding some of these Hall of Fame sets on the PSA registry. And then, stack here. Got the Roger Worley from 71 in a 7. Had it in an 8. It's a good looking 7 though. Love me the rated rookies. Shout out to Josh. I got the Deebo Samuel in a 10 there. I'll share this. I got stories for both of those, I guess. This wasn't overly cheap, but not crazy. But Pop 1, none higher. Gold medallion, T.O. So pretty happy with that. And then they finally got me. For my fellow vintage football guys, you'll know I have accidentally bid on 49 Leaf so many times. I've won a couple, and I've always been able to, get out of it or talk to a seller, and this is going years back. And so I don't think I ever ended up with one, but I bid on one. I scroll real fast and just click throw min bids in there. Hey, it's gonna pass this, but at least I'm gonna get notifications along the way when I get outbid, etc. Well, I put in a bid that was ridiculous if this was a 48, but it's a 49, and I went to it with like 20 minutes left, and I was like, oh crap, I bid on the wrong card. So I won the 49, and I kept it and stuck with it. Gonna need to get the 48 there. Took the L on that one. And then last but not least, this 52 Bowman Large Glenn Christian. It doesn't look like much. It's really not that much. It's a SP from the 52 Bowman Large set. This is a 49ers card, right? He's not wearing any of that, so it's not exciting. It's his only 49ers card outside of, he had both 52s, obviously. He had the large and the small. But I have been, probably my main set that I've always just been committed to is my 1948 to present 49ers run. And I got the last few at PSA right now, but I'm at 99% of that, you know what I mean? And we're talking 1,200 cards, every card, base run, all the way from the beginning. And the years that I've been doing that, the best card I have of this before now was a 1.5 that I subbed myself, because it just doesn't come up often. And then sometimes, every once in a while it comes up, it sells for stuff that you're just like, I don't understand. Like, who is this guy, right? But, people collect these sets, these set collectors. This 52 Bowman Large is one of those ones. So there was a 6 and a 5 that popped up. And I'd be damned if they didn't almost look exactly the same centering and everything like that. Obviously, if they look the same, I want the 6, and I'm bidding on that. But I didn't want to bid anything crazy. Plus, I was comforted by the fact that there was a 5 sitting in there, right? So I bid for this thing, and I was like, let me throw one last bid on that 6 and see what it goes for. I can't even remember what I put. Maybe I threw 120 bid on it or something like that, which was still, but I wanted the points. I wanted, to have a better 52 set for sure, because a 1.5 is a big old anchor on the GPA and just doesn't fit with the rest of the set that I got going there. And that 6 which, you know, it's not the lowest of pop cards. It's a weird thing about those old SPs is, you know, everybody says, oh, it's hard to find or whatever, but it's not in PSA because it's been graded just as much as every other, you know, card, because people sent more SPs in when they had them than other regular cards, right? So the pops end up the same. So I don't get convinced too much off those SPs, but that 6 went for $760. That ugly 6 that looked, you know, like this. So I got this for, I don't know, $50 or something, 1/15 of what the 6 went for. And I'm happy for it. I'll keep the 5. I don't think I'll ever upgrade it if it's going to keep doing stupid stuff like that. It's good looking. It's just not centered well. But got to upgrade my 1.5. And I think it moved me into second on the 52 large set. So I'm way behind the first guy. But those are my stories for the day. Happy Sunday to you. Hopefully you guys have good weeks. I don't know what it is like in other places, but my kids start school on Tuesday, so that's a big deal. Baseball season for the kids is starting up soon. Pretty excited about that. Bought some cleats and some stuff today. Didn't get to do that in the COVID year, and so that was kind of big, especially the young twins. That was the first time they were going to be able to do that. So I'm looking forward to being a baseball dad. Hopefully they're looking forward to being baseball kids, but we'll see how it goes. We'll at least be outside and enjoying life. So first world problems all around. But thanks for watching, and till next time. Later.